All right, welcome back, everyone, to Game 2 in a
Dire
best
team
of 3
banned.
between a Faded and a Fabulous Fagos. This is CEVO Season 2 Lower Brackets. I'm Helium, and I will, of course, be bringing you the action tonight.
Radiant
So,
team
Fabulous
banned.
Fagos taking a nice round 1, or Game 1 victory there.
Dire team
Pretty
banned.
hyper-aggressive lineup. Timbersaw, Spirit Breaker, Weaver, just really fighting early,
Radiant
turning an
team
aggressive
picked.
tri-lane pretty much into an aggressive quad lane. And a defensive quad lane for that matter.
Dire
A bit of a
team
stretch, but
pick.
you get the idea. A lot of action in that bottom lane. But anyways, picks and bans underway, so let's get into that. And of course, before we do, actually, Jabano and Corey now back for Faded. They played with 2 stand-ins in Game 1. Although it is people they play with a lot, so don't want to diminish Fabulous Fagos' win in Game 1 by any means. But Corey and Jabano are back, and the bans are coming out.
10
So,
seconds remaining.
no surprise there. Batrider is taken out. Abaddon as well.
5
Was
seconds
annoying.
remaining.
Larson played a great Abaddon there in Game 1. Interestingly, here, Wisp has not been picked.
Radiant
Was not
team
banned, has
picked.
not been picked. So yeah, just note that. But here, Naga Siren and the Nakes banned out. They did a lot of work actually for the side of Faded. So Fabulous Fagos may
Radiant
be a
team
little weary
banned.
of those 2 heroes. Gonna take them out. And the picks, of course, going pretty fast here. So Weaver and OD going to be scooped up. So Corey, those are 2 pretty common picks there on Stay Free, which is going to be Corey and Jabano's
10
MLG
seconds
team.
remaining.
So now that they're back, those picks are coming out. And they felt that they probably
5
didn't have to
seconds
pick up the
remaining.
Wisp. Not something I've seen them play at all. I don't even know if I have,
Dire team
as they
banned.
love aggressive lineups. So Faded with Weaver and OD so far haven't picked the Wisp because with the Visage, Fabulous Fagos looks like they want to go aggressive as well, which Wisp wouldn't really fit into, but we'll see what
Radiant
happens.
team
It's still
banned.
available. You could always do the Dendy Wisp middle if you must. It's a great hero to have if you can fit into that type of playstyle or have a Wisp player. But some more, actually, I didn't even go over these picks. The Visage, I have. Fagos has it. Look for it to get some
10
kills
seconds
early.
remaining.
Maybe it'll be enough to completely crush a lane and just steamroll the game, but who
5
knows.
seconds
And
remaining.
Razor here picked up, not really early or late. I mean, picked up in a response to the
Razor
Outworld
time.
Devourer. Razor's one of those heroes who can still get his farm and even shut out the OD a little bit in the mid lane. So a pretty good pickup here. We'll see how it works out. I mean, there's no stun on Razor. There's really not any stuns on Visage, so no shutdown for Weaver as of yet. And OD maybe can run a little rampant too, but we'll see some more bans though on the way. The Nyx and the Rubik going to be taken out
Dire
by
team
Faded, so those are 2 quality stuns. And of course, always want to take out that Rubik when you have a Weaver, just because that Saguchi is so damn annoying when Rubik is running around with it. So Rubik taken out. Coddle here, Keeper of the Light, and Darkseer are going to be the bans out by Fagos. So Coddle they took out again. I mean, I think they like to have these aggressive kind of run down your throat lineups, I guess. And Coddle is good against that. I mean, you can
10
spam the
seconds
waves from
remaining.
a safe position, deter your push, do a lot of damage to your
Radiant
team
team
if you're
pick.
landed good, illuminates. So taken out. They don't like him. Darkseer, amazing play by Theory. It wasn't quite enough to bring home Game 1, but he did all he could. Theory and Dimitri, who got subbed out here for Jabano, were just landing Ice
Dire
Path,
team
Macro Firewall
pick.
vacuums every time they were needed, except that one time, which maybe is all they needed, but whatever. Some more picks coming out here, though. Faded. They go with the Crystal Maiden, a hero, again, that never saw a lot of play, but suddenly just sort of is. I mean, she is great in the turn. The Frostbite does a lot of damage. It holds someone there. They can still use abilities through that, of course. So it's not
Radiant
always
team
the greatest
pick.
stun, but a lot of damage early on. The mana regen is a lot now since they've reworked it, so it allows for some more spamming. It's going to be nice for Weaver early. Saguchi being able to escape and dive just because he has more mana. But we'll see. I mean, I think she's still pretty situational. She can get off to a phenomenal start and really win the lane in that level 2 to 3 stage. But after that, she can sort of become a liability unless she gets an amazing
10 seconds
freezing
remaining.
field off, but not always guaranteed, of course. On the side of Fabulous
5
Fagos,
seconds
though,
remaining.
they're going to go ahead and pick up a Gyrocopter, so another hero that does great in an aggressive tri-lane, as long with Jakiro. So I think they could be going
Dire
aggressive.
team banned.
Flying strat here in this tri-lane, Gyro, Jakiro, Visage, wings, and propellers, whatever. Could be what we see as the tri-lane. I'd expect aggressive just because of the Visage, but it would be fine defensive as well. And yeah, what else are we looking
10
at?
seconds
I think they're
remaining.
actually expecting aggressive. And after those two picks, maybe
Radiant
Faded
team
will rethink
banned.
that. They do have the Bane. The Enfeeble is going to be nice against the Gyrocopter early on. Going to be really hard for him to get some last hits. He's got a low attack damage to start things off. He does have a great animation, but I don't know.
10
Enfeeble's going to be a little
seconds
too much for
remaining.
Gyro to get CS without expending some mana on a Rocket Barrage or something like that.
5 seconds remaining.
So I'm thinking this tri-lane maybe going to be a little more focused on kills. But anyway, some more bans coming
Reserve
out
time.
as Bane. Yeah, we touched on Bane, Jakiro. They're picked. They're playing. Nature's Prophet, the last ban on here by Faded. So maybe worried about a really strong offlane Nature's Prophet. Provides some global gank presence as well as split push into the later stages of the game. Yeah, and especially if you get behind in the early stage, laning stage, Prophet gets some room, gets some farm, gets a Shadow Blade up earlier than normal, starts that split push, and you're already behind with split push. It can be a tough game, so going to take out the Nature's Prophet as the 5th ban, just waiting for Fagos to use that. And I think I already pretty much addressed this, but who won the first game I'm seeing in the chat? That would be Fabulous Fagos. However, Faded using 2 stand-ins. Now they're back to their full strength and lineup, so we'll see what they can get done in Game 2. And both of these teams, money on the line, as I said I would get back to that. So, 3rd place in CEVO Season 2, they're going to be taking home some headphones. Some pretty baller headphones, actually. I believe they're like $80 a piece. So that brings me to my next interesting point. 3rd place is actually technically more value than the 2nd place prize. But if you don't need headphones, then it's kind of worthless. So it's like, hey, do we throw for 3rd to get more, technically more money to get these headphones? Or do we get 2nd? Or, I mean, obviously if you win this, you have the chance to win 500 for 1st. Or settle for 250 in 2nd place, which is less than the 3rd place prize. So, I don't know, you got some thinking to do. You're going to throw for 3rd? Probably not, as everyone really wants to win more so than the money, I would imagine, as they head into Season 3, which is going to be starting up soon. Go ahead and sign up for the Season 3 placements if you want to be in CEVO main. Otherwise, just sign your team up for
10
CEVO
seconds
Open.
remaining.
You can get into that without playing any qualifiers and just have a nice
5
semi-casual
seconds remaining.
Dota 2 season. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely join up. But if you're a little more hardcore, make sure to sign up for the
Reserve time.
placements. You'll be playing against these 2 teams here. So if you think you're on par with them, go ahead and sign up. That starts relatively soon. Registration got extended. Just check out CEVO.com for the information on that. But the last ban here, it's going to be a Lone Druid. What's up now? I believe plays a pretty solid Lone Druid. And yeah, pretty good pick here too, as it looks like they could be going aggressive. OD to the mid, and then that would leave a one-on-one with an LD, and that would kind of stretch Razor thin. He does do okay against Lone Druid, and he definitely beats out the OD. But they'd have to choose between where are we going to put Razor. We picked him up to counter the OD, but now a Storm
Radiant
Spirit,
team
so
pick.
likely to be either a mid OD or Storm Spirit, or a safe lane OD or Storm Spirit. Just going to swap the roles. Maybe trying to put Storm up against the Razor. Wouldn't surprise me. He'll probably do a little bit better, especially when he hits 6. I mean, the Ball Lightning can just break the static link immediately. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so Lone Druid banned out as a really strong potential end game, late game
10
carry
seconds
there.
remaining.
As it is now Fabulous Fagos' turn to pick up their final
5
hero.
seconds
What do they
remaining.
need? It looks like they've got their carry mids and some ports, so they definitely need another offlane. They need
Reserve
their
time.
offlane hero here in their last pick, and looks like it's gonna be a Clockwork, so Rattle Trap on the field, and it's better with Bacon Clockwork. So look for some big plays from this guy. He plays a sick Clockwork. And here we are into the game now. Faded this time. They're on the Dire and introducing their captain, their carry here.
You really
Corey
should
on the
prepare for
OD right now. Looks like he's got 3 tangos, or excuse me, 3 branches. Probably heading mid lane, but we'll see. Actually, I guess that doesn't really reveal anything, but yeah, I got a DC here. I'm going to take a swig of water and get back into this game. And I'm back. Anyone watching in-game, I know you probably prefer watching in-game if you're listening to me, because in-game is better, it's just true. But if you wouldn't mind just throwing on the stream, you can mute it if you want. Just like to get the viewer count up. It makes me feel good inside. Or go ahead and subscribe to my Twitch. That way you know when games are going on and you can either watch them there, or at least it will alert you that they're going on in game. It would mean a lot to me and to building up CEVO as a recognizable North American tournament. So that would be great for all of us. As the bigger CEVO gets, you know, the better tournaments we have the opportunity to play in. So it seems like a win-win from my point of view and from your point of view. So there's really no reason not to. But yeah, we'll get into this game. I think I about covered everything. First place for this tournament now, as 3 teams remain. 500 for first, 250 for second, and headphones for third place. I forget which ones they are, but I'm sure that information is again on CEVO.com somewhere. As we get back into these introductions and try to discover the lanes, as I guess they're not really set in stone for the Dire here. But actually, I should have known. I mean, I've watched Stay Free play enough in the MLG. Corey's going to be heading top on his own on that OD. So look for him to do well in that. It's a matchup he's quite good at. What's up now? Swedes once again on the carry. This time he's going to be playing the Weaver, as they're not backing off the aggressive tri-lane. Actually, tri-lanes might miss as they're 5-manning the jungle on the other side. But Jabano here, I don't think I've seen him on a Crystal Maiden yet. I've seen him play a sick Venge and an even sicker Abaddon in MLG, as well as here in the CEVO playoffs. But this time on the Crystal Maiden, going to be backed up by Theory here. Now no longer offlaning. He's on the support Bane this time. In the mid, that's going to be Cybe on the Storm Spirit. So he played it last game. He's already well warmed up on this hero going into this best of 3. So look for some big plays there. As that rounds up Faded's lineup, we have ourselves another pause. And I believe... No, so it looks like the tri-lanes so far kind of dodged. I thought they were going to 5-man in the jungle to discover the lanes and then rotate accordingly. But we see the aggressive tri-lane up here, and it's going to be against an OD, so it's not going to be amazing for OD. But, I mean, he can get potentially some XP. Hard to kill with the Astral, but I don't know. It's not the lane Corey wants, and it will shut down the OD from his best potential. As we see better with Bacon now, will find himself in the same situation in the bot lane. He's a Clockwork, he'll get some XP. A little hard to dive that Clockwork just because of the cogs. I mean, you get trapped in there, you're dead to a tower at level 1, level 2. So they're going to have to be careful, unless they leave him middle. No, he goes down. Blarg, last but not least here on the Razor. Going to be going in that mid lane. I actually didn't introduce anyone. Broccoli and Cheese on the Visage here in the top tri-lane. Aggressive into a solo, but Broccoli and Cheese, Visage, Shredder once again carrying, this time on the Gyro, and Rarsum looking to put up a better performance on that Jakiro than Dimitri did, and not off to a great start. Misses the Ice Path. Corey, though, might still be enough to bring him down. They do a lot of damage. Grave Chill was picked up first there, just to hold him in place. Corey is going to waste some of his regen. He did have 2 salves, though. And yeah, picked up that Illusion Rune as well. So he lives there. That Ice Path hit, that was a first blood. So a bit of a blunder on the side of Fagos. But they got plenty of time to make up for that as the game is just starting. So far, they see the 1v1 matchup in the bot lane. That their Weaver, what's up now? Swedes should win, so they're going to rotate through. I thought maybe they'd pit stop mid to gank, but they're actually just going to head top and tri-lane here with their OD, which, again, like I said, I've seen them do before, and I've seen Stay Free do, so they're not a stranger to it. You might be saying, but OD needs levels, he needs everything, and that's very true, but an OD with farm will also hurt quite a lot, as he does eventually get those levels anyways. That orb, when you're farmed up at level 9 instead of just hitting level 9 when you normally pick up that arcane orb, 8 or 9 I should say, maybe even earlier in a tri-lane versus tri-lane just to harass. It will do a lot when you're sitting on Atos in the sheepstick instead of a mech, but likely the mech carrier anyway. But hold that thought, Jabano taking a lot of damage. The first blood goes out. Rarsum picks it up. They will get a rebuttal kill on Shredder. He drops. Corey's going to pick up that kill, so they're going 1-0 right now. Coming from his last game, they just played an MLG. He went 20-1. So looking to again to put up a great performance here. In game 2 of a best of 3 between Faded and Fabulous Fagos, sitting at 1-1 now. So a little bit of action there. 1 kill per minute as we approach the 2-minute mark. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard for them to get aggressive into this. They can take out 2 heroes at once and focus. I mean, if they're really on top of things with the Nightmare and the Astral Imprisonment, that just leaves 1 hero to be focused down. So they got to be careful up there in that aggressive tri-lane. It's going to be pretty tough. Into the mid lane, let's check out this matchup. I'd expect it to be a bit of a wash, maybe an edge to Razor. And yeah, we see him at 10 and 3. CEVO a little preoccupied with controlling some of these runes and bottle, getting his bottle charges back up. So we see him getting that DD and a little bit behind. And last hit's at 7 right now. But in the top lane, Rarsum in a lot of trouble. Theory coming in with the body blocks. Ice Path goes out to buy some more time. Theory's going to let the block go. But the Astral Imprisonment there in time. And now this top defensive tri-lane going to pick up another kill. Theory gets that one on the Bane. Going to chase here. He's out of mana, but he does have those clarities. And now CEVO with the double damage rune. Maybe trying to get some lane dominance over Blarg here. This time playing a Razor in game 1. Played a pretty hyper-aggressive Stormbreaker, Spirit Breaker, SB Barra, whatever you want to call him. Heading down to the bot lane now to check out the CS. Weaver leading at 15. 4 denies compared to Clockwork 12 and 1. So better with Bacon. He's not doing terrible in this matchup. Looks like he did go with the bottle so he can spam spells as well as get some health back against this Weaver. So I'd say it's a pretty wise choice there. Even maybe try and rune control for his Razor, because Razor not really going to be going for those. But as we see, what's up now, Swede's bottle crowing. He's also picked up a bottle here in this off lane to continue to just harass with the Saguchi. And of course, if you get cogs, you're going to lose a lot of mana. So wants to make sure he has mana, and there you go. You see it takes about a quarter of his mana, so he does need that bottle to sustain in that game, in that lane, even with the Crystal Maiden aura, which actually has not been skilled yet, and maybe won't be for a little while. We'll see what they decide to do with the Crystal Maiden skill build. As she's jungling away, chain pulling this, can kill the big creep now with a Frostbite. Let's see if he decides to. There it goes. For anyone that doesn't know, it stuns neutrals for 10 seconds, and you can pretty much jungle it and kill any of the level 6 neutrals at level 1. And once you pick up an Arcane Aura, which he just has, it's pretty much spammable, and you can actually find a lot of farm on a Crystal Maiden in the jungle to maybe just keep up the wards, keep up the supporting, or if you're ahead, you know, maybe get an item, fun Lothars or BKB or something like that. But yeah, anyway, Faded 2 and 1 in this game. The 2 kills have come in their tri-lane with the OD, as well as dropping one there as well. Looks like Jabano did take that death to give up the first blood in the mid lane. Thought maybe some action was going on. Doesn't look to be the case. And bot, again, yeah, still pretty even besides these 2 kills in all the lanes. If we check into the gold graph, because he faded with a slight advantage, about 1k in the XP, 500 gold, so nothing too crazy yet. We'll see when Storm rotates. He's getting pretty close to level 6. Got a bottle, maybe need some treads up there too at 19 last hits at 5 minutes, not too shabby. Blarg at 26 though, so kind of taking over the last hitting. As you might expect Razor to win this lane. 3 points in Static Link as well. I haven't seen him use it yet, but he's lost a little bit of mana, I'm sure he has. In the top lane, Jabano is pretty slow. He's got to be careful not to get out of position on Crystal Maiden, as you can just die immediately because you move as slow as a snail. But so far, so good, minus the first blood for Crystal Maiden. There's the Static Link being thrown out in the mid lane. So yeah, likely why Razor is dominating that lane in CS. Pretty much expected, that's why you pick him up. But what's up now, Swedes? Looks like he has sent Blarg back to base. Well, maybe not. He could have bottle crowed and stayed down there. But he's level 6, almost level 7. Has hookshot available. I'd expect him to just, you know, pick up a TP here and go top. I mean, Weaver's going to get farmed whether he's in lane or not. So there's the TP. He's got a magic stick as well because he wants to go fight. He's going to head up to the top lane now. As CEVO hits level 6, he's static linked up. But better with Bacon looking to make the first big play here for his team. And who are they going to find? If they find anyone, it's going to be the 2 supports here. We'll keep an eye on Bacon.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
Backing off though here is Faded. They're pretty far back there, almost near their 2-2 even. Better with Bacon, knows it. There goes the hook out. They're gonna find Crystal Maiden. Cogs in. They hit Corey. Sleep on the Jabano to keep him there. Astral Imprisonment as well to buy time as the Cogs run out. But Jabano very slow on the Crystal Maiden. He will drop there. So picking up yet another kill. Here comes Blarg as well. So 5 people up here in the top lane for 1 kill so far. They're still going with the aggression. Theory now in a bit of trouble. Maybe shouldn't have stood right there. Rocket coming for him as well as the Static Link. He will go down, so 5 heroes used to get 2. Corey now trying to run away. He's got his buckler. Nice Ice Path dodge there. Juking Grave Chill on him right now. Here comes CEVO though onto Shredder. Shredder gonna go down. Now Broccoli and Cheese doesn't have enough mana to Soul Assumption. He's finding himself fighting the 2 cores. CEVO and Corey are gonna take him down. Now better with Bacon stuck up here. So a 5-man gank to get 1, but they end up giving CEVO a double kill as he comes up from the mid lane. And Corey picking up another as well as 3 assists in that. So not really worth it there. as it's now 5-3 and Blarg running back. It looks like What's Up Swedes did TP up there as well, so it was pretty much a 5-on-5, or at least a 4-on-5 battle as Jabano went down pretty early. But not worth it. They're feeling a little pressured to maybe gank that OD, just do some damage. Maybe feeling pressured as they head into the late game, as there are two very strong carries in this Weaver and this OD throughout the mid and even into the late game, unless everyone picks up a BKB, which not going to be too likely. I mean, the only hero that would really ever get one on this team would be a Gyro, and then I guess a Razor, but it's not the best item for him. So OD going to be strong, going to be current and relevant throughout this game, as Storm Spirit now getting stronger after the double kill. But they're trying to get Corey again. The dual breath goes out. They try to slow him down. Sleep out. Nice nightmare by Theory. And just not going to be enough to get Corey. Once again, he's able to live. And Rarsum going to pay the price. But meanwhile, Clockwork does get another pick off on Jabano. He died over there in the river. But back to top lane, Broccoli and Cheese in a lot of trouble. And Corey, Saibi once again with another double kill. Saibi, I can't speak right now. Saibi killing people. Corey getting assists and XP though. So he said, hey, why are you trialing an OD? He needs levels. Look at this. Minute 8, he's level 8. So it's working out. He's got pretty much a full mech and now can start transitioning into those damage items. He's a little off the mech, but he's pretty close. So it's going to be about a 10-minute mech there. Blarg, though, TPs aggressively into the mid lane. Maybe a bit of a mistake. They throw out the static link. It's going to be enough for Saibi, though, to pick up another kill. A delayed triple kill there. Throws him onto a mega kill streak as he's 5-0 right now here in Game 2. So Faded looking very strong. Looking to take this to 3 games. As the graphs, 3,000 gold. Almost 4,000 XP right now. And just trying to deny another creep there, putting a nightmare on it. Just because the ranged do push the wave, they want Corey to be closer to his tower, as clearly Fabulous Fagos wants to be very aggressive up here, rotating 5 heroes at the 6-minute mark to the top lane, which didn't quite work out for them, but it shows you their game plan is to really just shut down the top lane. As Saibi, yeah, 5 kills we've touched on. Where's Weaver here? We're all running to the top lane right now, but as there is a fight breaking out, so that's going to be the Gyrocopter goes down. So a nice pick up there. Shredder drops, and Theory there on the Bane just barely able to get away. Thought he might even try to deny himself. Another imprisonment goes out, but Rarsum is here to possibly save Broccoli and Cheese. The static link goes out onto Blarg now, and this is the matchup they wanted in the first place, Razor versus OD. You can see why it works. The imprisonment goes out, though Corey hits for negative 80 damage, so he really can't do anything right now as he doesn't even have the orb. But Saibi can't. Saibi comes into this Jabano, maybe going to take a fall to go 1-4, but that's the life of a Crystal Maiden. Shredder has TP'd back up here after dying. Corey static link going to run off now. One more hit in, but the wand was enough. He puts the imprisonment there. What's Up Swedes is coming back into this with the time lapse after killing Broccoli and Cheese, though better with Bacon coming up here. And I just realized, better with broccoli and cheese and better with bacon? I feel like I want some broccoli and cheese soup right now. With bacon, maybe. Kind of what Faded is eating right now in this tri-lane of 11-4 in this game. But the Astral Imprisonment goes out. Shredder, the nukes from Crystal Maiden, Sweets there as well. He wands up once again, just enough to live. Second time in a row he's going to get out. Better with Bacon, takes a little bug to the face, but again, going to be fine. We got 4 heroes pressuring Saibi with a long jump from the back. What's up now? Swedes will drop. Here comes Saibi, wants to get Broccoli and Cheese. Jabano behind the tower, taking some tower hits. Will go down. Faded getting a little aggressive and paying the price, as they're going to lose 3. Corey even dropping, and now Saibi pretty low on mana. Where's he going to go? He goes down, about the only place he could, and he can TP, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to chase him down, and Blarg is going to pick up a double kill. So trying to keep up the top lane dominance, getting a little too crazy, and they're going to lose 4 there. And that's Jabano, 1-4 right now on a Crystal Maiden. It's kind of how Crystal Maiden rolls, though. You either get a ton of kills and die a lot, or you just die a lot. It's the life of a Crystal Maiden. At least he's got boots now, which is going to be great. Alright, Shredder. He's died quite a few times in the top lane. We can see that he's 0-3-4, but if one thing Rocket Barrage and Flat Cannon will get you, it's a whole lot of assists. So 4 assists, not a whole lot of CS, 27 right now at the 12-minute mark. Juxtapose that with Corey, the other carry in that lane, up to 61 last hits right now. Absolutely shutting the door there in the farming contest with his carry counterpart. And yeah, but Jabano, he's died a lot, 11 to 8. Checking into the gold graph, it's not too big of a gold advantage or XP, about 2,500 in each of those categories. What's him now? Swede's not farming too much either, looking to go for a bit of a roaming, just harassing Weaver build as he's teaming up with CEVO. They're going to get Blarg. Blarg drops, he goes down. That's another death for him. He's died quite a few times. 3 and 3, as we did just see him pick up a double kill there. But CEVO, what is he? 7 and 1 right now. On his way to godlike if he didn't just die, but so he's got to start over. And yeah, Jabano, nothing. Still supporting hard. Not expecting a whole lot, but this leaves Corey alone in the top lane. He's got Arcane Orb, and he's looking to Orb Walk Rarsum's face off right now. I hear a hook in the background of that, but it's gonna... He hit a familiar, which is actually rather unfortunate for him. Oh, Corey getting a little aggressive. He's gonna go down. Even with the hook miss, Broccoli and Bacon team up to save Rarsum there and take down a much-needed Corey on the OD. But Shredder drops in the bottom lane. Looks like Jabano did roll back down there with Swedes in theory. So they take out... It's a carry for a carry trade there. And actually in a position to get a tower with the Bass turned on right now from Swedes. The tower looking to go down as Rarsum. And no position in terms of health and mana to TP down there and defend.
Under attack.
But better with Bacon's running his way down there. He's level 8 right now, so Hook's still a decent cooldown. It's 70 at level 1. You really want that level 11 Hook. 55 seconds is just so much less. We're even to 40 seconds. Blarg here with the static link on the core to get things started. And that's one of those things. That's why Razor's good. You put him under, the static link stays. And now only hitting for -4 damage, so not a whole lot there on Corey. Does have Arcane Orb though, so he hits for probably maybe like 80 damage right now. Which is still a little bit and can do some damage in a team fight. Sanity's Eclipse is up and rolling as well. He needs to get a couple more imprisonment stacks before he really wants to unload that, but does not too big of a deal there. Shredder with a nice hook to just sort of buy some space with the cogs. They save Shredder's life. Bacon immediately frostbitten, but they will get the Weaver. What's Up goes down to a plasma field from Blarg. Corey's got a rocket coming onto his face right now. Throws out the Eclipse. He gets 4 of them so low, but it's not enough. Everyone is kind of dead. CEVO comes in. Another nice cogs by Bacon to throw out CEVO. And 3 kills. 4 kills for 1. Only a Visage as 5. Team wipe on Faded. They were just a little out of sync there. If anything happened on top of that Sanity's Eclipse, it would have been a team wipe the other way around. I mean, look how low everyone is running out of this engagement, with the exception of maybe Blarg on the Razor. But yeah, it's just a nice team fight there. Plasma Field level 2 doing a bit of damage. I don't even know where all their damage came from, to be honest. Cogs hit quite a few, but that's only 80 damage. Static Link, I think he's had stolen about 100 damage, so Blarg probably the source of the damage with the ult, with the Static Link right clicks, doing a lot, as well as Gyrocopter. Call down, you know, Flat Cannon, Rocket Barrage. It's got to be where the damage was coming from. And I think sort of just an unorganized team fight from Faded, you know, one at a time, going down. Corey got a 5-man Sanity's Eclipse, but at that time, I mean, it was pretty much 1 on 5. The Weaver went down maybe a little earlier than he should have. But anyway, 14 to 14. It was 11 to 2 at one point, I believe, if my memory doesn't fail me. So, FF. Making a comeback here. Let's check it out. So there's the 2 kills. 3 kills. Okay, maybe not that much. Maybe let's say like it was 11 to 4 or something. But yeah, overcoming a big deficit. But in the mid lane now, Fiend's Grip used onto Blarg. They're going to take him down. So a nice kill there. And in the bot lane, some action. Shredder going 1-on-1. Actually, Bacon. Actually, maybe not 1-on-1. 3-on-1. Against the Weaver. He's going to have to get himself out of there. Blarg looking for the hook. It is available. It's off of cooldown now.
Radiant's middle tower
Faded though, going to be content. Weaver running that interference, just distracting a little bit as they do get that mid tier 1 tower. So they get another tower. And let's check out the map control or tower loss. Structural devastation, as we shall call it here. Tier 1 is down in the top lane on the side of Faded, so they have lost their top tower. And the bottom tier 1 tower for Fabulous Fagos, as well as the mid tier 1 tower, are down. So, Faded ahead in towers, slightly ahead in kills, checking into the gold graph, still holding on to a slight lead, but nothing insane, nothing game-ending yet. But yeah, another kill potential, no. Looks like what's it now, Swedes with that hasten, just being a bit of a nuisance. They don't have the Nake's Bomb this game, but so far CEVO's initiation has been pretty nice. He was 5-0, now he's 8-2, so he's gone 3 for 2 in his last couple engagements. Jabano got an urn up, so he's sitting pretty there. Maybe wants some boots to be a little bit faster. I always pick on Crystal Maiden, so it's not like I'm picking on Jabano. It's more so the hero. Shredder, not up to a whole lot, only 49 CS. He's rebounded a little bit, but I mean, Corey is at 75, and even that, What's Up Now Sweets at 84. But the cogs go out. What's Up Now Sweets? Oh, it takes a tail end hit there, but a nice call down from Shredder. He will take down Corey. So far, 2 for 1 in the mid lane as Blarg comes in. The Fiend's Grip being used on him. CEVO just going to go ahead and focus. Static Link built onto Theory. Now Blarg coming back in, hitting like a truck. Who can he find? He's still 196 damage right now. As CEVO going to have to get out of that. It goes 4 for 2, so I mean, underfarmed Gyro, schmunderfarmed Ramra. That didn't really work. The call down though, I mean, who needs items on Gyro? You just use a call down, throw a rocket barrage, as long as your team can keep you alive or keep the stuns out. It's so much damage. And Corey got a little too close to it. The Razor also paying off, static linking everyone he needs to, and just winning these team fights now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
TP's though coming in to defend. They want to keep the tier 1 tower. It's at half health now. Fortify is off or on cooldown for 4 minutes and 40 seconds. As they're going to try to run out here though. Blarg, or excuse me, Theory not going to let that happen. Sleeps up Rarsum. Now Swedes trying to jump into this action. CEVO with the overload, going to throw it out. He will pick off Rarsum to make the score equal again. Back to 18-18. They didn't even drop a tower. But Fabulous Fagos so far winning every engagement quite handedly. Brought it right back up to 18-18 and looking very strong in this game. They just need Shredder to pick up a couple more items, and let's see what Blarg is sitting on. Phase Drum, so he's got the mobility. He can kite heroes around. And yeah, I mean, he's working towards the BKB with the Ogre Club, so that is going to help him not only kite everyone around and keep his static link on, but Corey can't Arcane Orb him, so pretty much double feature there, double purpose of that BKB. As you might imagine. And the drums up here on the Weaver again, going sort of a utility, let's kill people build. And now I think that may have to end. He might have to start picking up some damage items here. As Corey, he's got a mech. He's looking to go for maybe a 4-staff here. I doubt it's a Dagon, even though those two do build into it. Probably too risky of a choice. He needs to get maybe an Atos or a 4-staff into a BKB and then a Sheep Stick. I think he's going down way too fast in these engagements. And if he could just stay alive, he could land a better Sandity's Eclipse as well as get some orb attacks out. They still have to worry about this Razor though. There's really not a whole lot besides Fiend's Grip there to break the static link. And that doesn't even break it. You still have to be able to run away from the Razor, that is. And What's Up Now? Swedes force a time lapse in the mid lane. Everything about used on him. And here comes the counter initiation perhaps by CEVO. Where is he at? No, just going to the tower now. Backstab potential. Jabano and Corey, they're grouped up. The hook goes out though. It looks like they had just walked past that ward. 2-man hook onto 2 great heroes, followed up by an Ice Path and Ecstatic Link. This is going to end terribly. 2 heroes go down for Fated. CEVO comes in to counter initiate, but it's too little too late. They might get Shredder, but I think it's dangerous. CEVO will go down. Shredder's going to live. 2, they take out Theory. It's a 4-for-0 trade. What's Up Now? Swedes has a DD. Forced to run away though. Can't even do it. And I warned the viewers, I guess, and myself. Better with Bacon's clockwork is top notch. He knows what's up. He's landed beautiful hooks this game. Great cog placement as well. 7-2 at 11. I mean, I kept giving CEVO so much praise at 8-3, 7-1, but Better with Bacon putting up the same numbers right now and having a bigger impact while doing it. Just his abilities line up better with his team. I mean, the cogs opens the door for a beautiful Ice Path Macro Pyre. It opens the door for a perfect static link, Visage familiar stuns. Whereas CEVO, he's mobile, he can do whatever, but nothing to really follow it up at all. Probably just picked Storm because he's comfortable on it and knew he could win the mid lane or do decent in the mid lane versus Razor, which he did. And then, I mean, he got off to a great start, 5-0. But so far, I guess the Fabulous Fagos team, just their core lineup has better synergy, and I think that's what's bringing them back into this game and looking like people take this game. But I mean, don't count Faded out yet. They play well from behind. They've got Corey. He's a great player, great carry in the North American Dota scene. If anyone watched the MLG games tonight, you probably know what I'm talking about. And of course, money is on the line tonight. Either the chance to move on and grab 250 bucks, or if you can go on from this and win $500. If you lose here tonight, you're gonna pick yourself up some fancy headphones that I think are like $80 a piece. So money is on the line. Probably more so, though. People just want to win first place here in CEVO Season 2. Pride on the line, if more so than the money. And I'd even say Corey and Jabano have a bit to prove here. I mean, they're in MLG. They almost beat Dignitas the other day with 2 stand-ins. So they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves and their Dota career as of right now in a big North American tournament. And don't want to lose out here in CEVO tonight. As Fabulous Fagos, as you might have gathered, they won Game 1, so Faded up against the ropes here. Corey continuing to farm up, did go for that 4-staff. Took his boots off of Tranquils, it looks like, to make the mech. That probably happened a long time ago. Ring of Protection, just a bit of a remnant. Now going into the treads for some more tankiness and attack speed. That's going to help a lot, as well as switching them to int to hit harder and farm faster. I hope he goes for a BKB next. Sheepstick wouldn't be terrible either, so either one of those. BKB might be just a little bit wiser, though, so he can stand up. When he gets cogged, at least you can stand up to the Ice Path, the Macropyre, and everything like that. Although the BKB is not going to stop the static link, so they need to be able to find a solution to that, and that solution I think would just be taking the fight on their own terms. But Clockwork is making that very hard here in the top lane now with the 4-staff of his own. Mid lane though, Rarsum in a lot of trouble. CEVO going to fight there, static linked up. He's got 56 of his damage stolen, and he's going to be able to get out of there, teleporting there over the wall now. Teleporting. Ball of lightning over the wall there. As Blarg now, item progression coming along nicely. Phase drums into the Black King bar, so he's all set for battling. And speaking of battling in the top lane, Shredder Frostbite into a Fiend's Grip. Better with Bacon, though, forcing over to cancel it just that much faster. Maybe, definitely, saving the life of Shredder. Hopefully he doesn't die to the urn, but Jabano gonna go down. And actually, he does die to the urn, so Crystal Maiden picking up that kill as he goes down. Corey now, though, being static linked up. In the backside of this, I hear a hook, Macropyre, Ice, perfect combination. And that's on the Weaver. What's up now? Swede's in a lot of trouble as Corey able to TP back to base. Now 25-19. Fabulous Fagos, 6 kills ahead. Checking out the Goldgraphs, it's back to even now. So for the first time in a long time, Goldgraph back up to even, and Fabulous Fagos ahead in XP. And soon to be ahead in gold for the first time in this game around the 25-minute mark. And looking to group up and push a tower here. The top tier 2 is in danger. Fortify is being blown. It means they want to fight. CEVO, he's got full mana. He can go in. Orchid finished as well. Bot lane also pushing in favor of Faded, so maybe they've got that going for them. Fabulous Fagos might just have to back off to defend that. Or even fake back and just take this fight on their own terms. Trying to farm up the jungle and just stay around right now. The Rockets scouting out. And that's going to be the Better with Bacon Rockets. They do extra damage and shower you in bacon. That's not true, but maybe one day it will be. They run to the Static Remnant, but there goes the hook out right there onto Theory, cogging him up. Tries to get the Nightmare off, gonna stun through that, take the damage. Static Link as well, so now Blarg, 56 extra damage. They're looking to take another fight, and especially since the disables from the Bane are down right now, they're gonna find Jabano. Jabano hit for 159, taking a lot of hits. Half health and 3 attacks.
To extreme violence.
But he's going to be able to get out of there. 4-staff from Corey brings him to safety. What's up now, Swedes? Going for a BKB, so it's not the biggest damage item. It boosts it a little. It'll throw you over 24 damage next to that Mythical Hammer. But I don't know. It delays a big damage item like MKB, like Desolator. So he's not going for the Lincoln Seer, which is the right call. It's way too late for that. But he picks up the Black King bar, looking to be a little more useful, a little more dangerous in team fights. So at least if Corey gets his damage stolen, then he can run in and do some damage to Blarg. And the unstable current right now, I've noticed, playing a big part in this game. Anytime they try to run away and have to put OD. OD puts him under, OD gets slowed, and OD actually going to drop right here. Blarg diving tier 3s like it don't matter. CEVO having to retreat back as well. And Blarg with the double kill out of that, so Razor 8, 4, and 12 right now. Triple kill, didn't even see he was attacking. Jabano will drop there at his mid-tier 3. Blarg with the triple kill, and now they're going to go back for the tower, and maybe even try to go to high ground. Swedes on the backside of this. Sentries are dropped. Ice Path going to miss by about an inch there, as they deward the top cliff there, which was just another sentry anyways. But yeah, Fabulous Fagos looking large and in charge here as they're pushing into the tier 3 tower. But do they have enough to break the high ground yet? Still Corey down for 15 seconds. The supports are back up now. CEVO there, what's he at? Grave Chilled had to jump off. Wasted a little bit of mana, but still very healthy and able to initiate for them here. Probably going to keep Blarg selected just to look at the static link damage in this next fight. He's at half health though, maybe feeling a little shaky, doesn't want to take the fight. an oh, I was going to say, no mechanism, but there is actually a mech. I'm sure it's been done for a while up on the Jakiro, so that's Rarsum. Visage went for the Medallion Mana Boots, so pretty standard build there by Visage. Maybe going to look into a 4-staff if you want to be a little more nuisance with your familiars. Nice pick off there by Faded, though. They get Shredder, they take him down. Imprisonment on to, I can't even remember who it was, even though I was just talking about him. Broccoli and Cheese will go down here, so Jabano, Crystal Maiden going to pick up that one. So nice 2 pickoffs. So keeping themselves in this game, they're down 8 kills right now. The gold XP differential actually got a little severe after the last 2 team fights. We can see it was about a 15,000 XP shift over the last, let's say, what minute is that? 10 to, so over the last 17, 20 minutes, it's been a 15,000 XP shift. Gold, not quite as much. But yeah, it's not looking so great for Faded. They're not out of it yet, however. BKB is being worked towards on Corey, but nice Ice Path Necropire onto 3, as well as a Dual Breath hook in from Bacon. Uses the cogs. They're going to take out the Weaver immediately. Sideby to drop as well, and now Theory on the backside of that. Double kill from Rarsum. What an Ice Path Necropire that was. And Corey looking to fight here. Going to take out the Familiars. He's stunned up. Triple kill by Rarsum on the Jakira. Who did he even get there at the end? Crystal Maiden goes down. Was still inside the pit, actually. Or maybe she got forced back over. Didn't quite catch it, but Faded tries to get back into the game by sneaking a Roche, but not very sneaky as Fabulous Fagos knocks on the door, waving. Not a 4-4, but an Ice Path Macropire from Rarsum, and they're going to take a nice triple kill there. Yes, that was a Notorious B.I.G. reference.
The Radiant have slain Roshan.
So Roche goes down at 2850. Broccoli and Cheese casually farming up the mid lane there. And that Roche did, I don't even know if he was there, but usually with the Medallion Familiars, helps that Roche attempt out quite a lot, but able to tank it up. I mean, Rocket Barrage as well as Blarg just hitting it does quite a bit of damage. Now pushing the last, oh, not the last tier 2, still mid available, but pushing the bot tier 2 as 4, maybe going to back off now, as they are missing a pretty core part of their lineup here. Nice escape by Better with Bacon, hooking to a teammate. Now this team fight is unloading. What's up now? Swedes with the BKB, tries to time-lapse out of the static link, but I don't think it dodges that. And now, wow, though, Sideby doing work here. Better with Bacon is dominating, but he does drop there. Aegis coming up now as Blarg falls down, so Faded taking a really nice fight here after the Roche. They take a nice team fight, and wow, the TP gets canceled by the Astral. So they've already gone 3 for 1, dropped the Aegis, and killed Shredder again. So 5 for 1 if you think about it, but really just 4 for 1, as Shredder did die twice. Broccoli and Cheese wasn't there. Don't know how much it really would have mattered. Probably 5 just would have died. So only Jabano goes down there, and a really nice team fight. Much needed team fight win after being sort of devastated there at the Roche pit. Maybe capitalizing a little bit on the overextension or overconfidence of Fabulous Fagos to just stand there. As, I mean, they've pretty much been winning every fight convincingly for the last 25 minutes. But there they finally lose one, and maybe a little shaken by that. And hopefully Faded doesn't fall into the same problem, and they should definitely back off, and indeed they are.
Under attack. Has that ever been cause for celebration?
What are they letting him farm for? Yeah, they're definitely. I was wondering why Broccoli and Cheese is just sitting around farming. I think they really want the Ags up on him. But speaking of Ags, Better with Bacon gonna pick up his. So now the hook on 12-second cooldown. Gotta love that. Finding into Gyrocopter, he did just pick up his Black King bar, so he's going to be more of a force to reckon with in this team fight. He has not a lot of damage from Flat Cannon at all, about 120, so not a big deal, but the Rocket Barrage and the Call Down, if those are well placed, Blarg can steal a ton of damage, and Blarg can carry them until Shredder gets more items for the later game. Meanwhile, though, BKB done on Swedes. We saw it used in that fight. It was the first fight with the BKB, I believe, and it went Faded's way. So maybe that's what swayed them. Or the fact that Blarg actually used his hook to escape, which I praised him for. It was a great hook. But then they didn't have the hook cogs to fight, and that was before his Ags pickup. So a couple things going wrong there for Fabulous Fagos into that fight. We just saw them lose in this position in the bottom lane. But, again, 34-25, they're way ahead. They've come back. I'd still say they probably have the momentum, although that's a pretty big spike there on both graphs. So Faded, maybe not feeling so bad now. And I don't know, I kind of like their late game more. as I mean, Gyro's pretty far behind. He's about at the same position. I'd say even Weaver is a little ahead of him right now in terms of golden XP. I believe we can check these things with graphs, and I probably should have been on this for a while. The net worth graph, Blarg, as we might expect on the Razor, in first place. Corey second on the OD. Then we find ourselves CEVO here on the Storm Spirit, so still staying relevant at the 32-minute mark. And then, yeah, like I said, there's the Weaver, and way down there with like 4,000 less is the Gyrocopter. So that could cost them a little bit. This is Faded's comeback window right now before Gyro is strong. They initiate onto Blarg, the Fiend's Grip, everything used, but a beautiful call down. Corey goes down immediately, and that's pretty much the end of their team fight. Swedes goes down as well, so 3-0. Jabano going to drop on the tail end of that team fight as well as it goes 4-0 with the tier 2 tower, looking to break high ground, checking into the buybacks. Corey, no. Weaver, yes. Jabano, no. And Theory on the Bane, no. So there's one buyback available from Corey. If they force it out, oh, sorry, not from Corey, from the Weaver. If they force it out of What's Up Now Swedes, it's a big force out, but I don't think he's even going to do it. Maybe just accepting they're going to lose the racks here. CEVO trying to be annoying on the Storm Spirit. The tier 3 goes down, now taking a lot of damage here. I mean, if Weaver buys back, they're going to die again. They can't defend this, so don't waste the money. It's a bit unfortunate right now that they're going to lose this mid-racks this early, and this is game 2 of 3. If they lose here, they're out of the tournament, and Fabulous Fagos is going to go on to the finals to play No Fire Wisp bottom. That's mid-racks down. Now would be a good time to potentially buy back. I mean, there's still 10 seconds, but you need it right now. But there it is. They buy back. Hook in with Better with Bacon, though, to immediately disrupt Corey. He's able to BKB force out of that. Blarg, though, will drop on the backside of this CEVO. Going to go down, perhaps no, able to ball lightning out of that. Corey, though, BKB'd up for the first time here in this fight, doing work, but they've, at what cost? They've already lost 2 racks. As they continue to chase here. What's Up Now Swedes did eventually buy back. Nice hook by Bacon, and an even better Cogs to disrupt 2. But Broccoli and Cheese not going to make it out of that one. TPing out is Shredder. Looks like he'll be just fine. Now Better with Bacon trying to run away. Swedes, though, getting a double kill. Corey, we see there killing the Clockwork, so he will go down. They get 2 racks. They lose 4. They lose 4, but Fabulous Fagos obviously very happy with that trade. They take out 2 racks there, no problem. And Faded now very, very much on the back foot in this game. Losing all those structures is going to do a lot of damage to I want to say economy, but it doesn't really make sense. It's going to do a lot of damage on the gold graph for Faded as we see this large vertical line. Gonna snowball up to maybe over 10,000 gold advantage right now after all the structures go down. XP sitting around 8k, so very far ahead in terms of gold and XP, and especially in terms of momentum and structural. I need to think of a better phrase for that. Structural momentum. That's a terrible one. But you get what I'm trying to say. 2 lanes of racks down, ahead in everything else. Even emotionally, probably. But anyways, back to farming for Shredder. Looking to get a big item. He's 3, 8, and 19, so not the best Gyrocopter performance, but that 19 is pretty much telling Shredder's story of this game. Set up spells, beautiful cooldowns on top of ice paths and macro fires and static links, and Blarg here actually going to get a solo kill, or actually a duo kill. Bacon here with the hook in cogs. On to Corey, he will go down again. So Corey's OD pretty strong. He's done great with it in MLG, he's done great with it in CEVO, but Fabulous Fagos really shutting it down this game. It took him a little while. I mean, they were really far behind in the early game, but they definitely grouped together, and like I said, I think Fabulous Fagos' core lineup just synergizes so much better than Faded's. With the cogs and the combos they have on top of cogs, Ice Path, Macropyre, Call Down. It's just so much better than CEVO jumping in, and What's Up Now Swedes on a Weaver jumping in, and 1 Vortex and some AoE damage. It's not a whole lot compared to Fagos just dropping bombs, literally, on people's heads. And yeah, so everyone's sort of just farming it up, running around. CEVO going back to heal. He's also got a BKB up. Actually, maybe we'll just bring up the item graph. Blarg now, he's got Phase Boots, Refresher Ags. There it is, Blarg. You've done well today. 12, 6, and 15. Obviously he's done well, but he's taking the right build choice as well. It's just so much more fun, and you're going to pick this hero. Why not exploit that?
I just noticed that
Not that I think it should be fixed or it's a terrible exploit. It's probably the only thing that makes Razor awesome, so keep it in the game. Better with Bacon, 4-staff Ag, so really good items for him. Shredder, as we've seen, just with the Yasha now, BKB for a while, doing work in the team fights regardless with like 20 assists. Broccoli and Cheese working towards the Sheep, it looks like. Rarsum, Mech. On the other side, BKBs, some 4-staffs, and Orchid there on CEVO. So yeah, a lot more core items as we can see on Fabulous Fagos, and as you can also see by looking at the lanes and the gold and the kills, they're quite ahead at this point. But last fight of the game potentially. Shredder immediately bursted down. CEVO gonna actually live through that somehow. Ball Lightning OP. Now what's up now? Swedes though taking down Blarg's. Blarg's ult just doing work. But pay attention to Corey here. He hasn't died yet in this team fight. Still doing work. His BKB out now. Better with Bacon with his third or second wow, long-range Fiend's Grip there as he tries to get forced out by his teammate. Corey will drop. Broccoli and Cheese picks up a triple kill there. Jabano, the birds are going for him. They're going to get it. An ultra kill from Broccoli and Cheese. How that happens, I don't even know. Lots of bird damage, lots of soul assumptions, I suppose. They win the fight 4 for 5, so only Theory looks like living. Maybe he even bought back. Yeah, he did buy back, so, and so did Jabano. So 6 people died there, which is a lot. No, I guess he bought back and lived. 5 people died there, what am I saying? On both teams. They don't get the racks though, so at this point, I mean, you're making that trade, 5 versus 5 in a team fight. It's kind of worth it for Faded. They do lose a tier 4, at least they still have one, and Jabano playing Ring around the Dire Ancient here with the Mega Creeps. And it was a nice pick off there by CEVO to definitely jump right onto Shredder. They took him down pretty fast. I think Corey was, everyone I think was pretty much focusing that gyrocopter. They realized he's the one slowing everyone down. He's the one allowing Blarg to stand in the middle of the fray and just fight and static link. So they took him down, and then they switched their focus immediately over to Blarg and took him down eventually, as he did do a lot of damage with his Axe Refresher, Eye of the Storm to heroes and buildings. And I guess focusing those 2 heroes is pretty much what allowed Broccoli and Cheese to just sit there with this familiar micro and soul assumption and pick up an ultra kill in that fight. And that's gonna be, he's getting close to a sheepstick. I'd assume that's what he's building there, as he's got that ultimate orb for a while now. Thought he was maybe going Ags, but it doesn't look to be the case. Also looks like it may not matter. I mean, Faded, they still have the potential to come back here, but it's looking unlikely, let's say that. But Roche is up again. Second Roche of the game. They could take a fight here. I mean, checking the buyback status of everyone here. On the side of Fabulous Fagos, Clockwork, yes. Shredder and the Gyro, yes. So there are 2 buybacks. If they win this fight, Faded could potentially just run through mid and win the game. But we'll have to wait and see, as it looks like this fight is going to break out here. Shredder getting kind of low from the Roche, the bugs as well from Weaver being a little bit of a nuisance, but Bacon throwing out the rockets there, doing some damage. Nice hook onto 2. They're going to isolate Corey there. He's got a BKB though. He uses it. Eclipse doesn't actually do a whole lot. CEVO jumps in, jumps out, almost goes down, but that's the entire combo wasted. Theory does die, and looks like Theory will die as well. So Theory goes down, 3 go down, and about to be 4. Blarg on an ultra kill now, and that's the GG well played. That was the team fight Faded had to win the game. And Corey with a pretty fast disconnect there. But, you know, good game, well played. Congratulations, Fabulous Fagos. They win game 1. Faded had some substitutions. And then the ace, the star lineup comes back. Fabulous Fagos, again, no problem from playing from behind and coming back into this game and winning convincingly. So, congratulations to Faded. You got 3rd place. You won some headphones. It's technically more than 2nd place, so there's that. But even more congratulations to Fabulous Fagos. They're going on into the finals to face No Fire Wisp Bottom. That's going to be on Thursday. It's a best of 5. I believe No Fire Wisp Bottom has a 1-game advantage going into that best of 5. More info on that on CEVO.com though. As always, I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. If you're watching this in-game or on stream, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and you'll get all the announcements for CEVO and the casts for CEVO and whatever other tournaments I find myself doing. It was a pleasure casting the game tonight. I'm looking forward to the finals, and I hope to see you guys back here soon. Peace.